So getting a higher education has become extremely expensive given the rupee-dollar depreciation. And more often than not, most of you are going to have to take an education loan to fund that degree. Now, getting the loan is not the difficult part, but picking a loan among all of the options you have in the market today, that's the tough part. There are a lot of tiny details you need to pay attention to. Now, is there a checklist that you can use? Well, there is one. We've put together a report that will list out everything you need to know about education loans, from interest rates to repayment options, before you make your decision. Take a look.
Young Opal Shah is seeking a way to fulfill her academic dream. She wants to pursue energy engineering at the Pennsylvania State University. With higher education getting more expensive, this daddy's girl wants to ensure her funds don't fall short. Choosing an education loan can be quite taxing. To begin with, certain parameters such as good credit history, a confirmed admission seat, and collateral security are a few to begin with to avail your loan.
Whether they are pursuing higher studies in India or abroad, they need to be having valid Indian passports. Second, they need to have valid KYC, know your customer documents like personal identity proof, address proof, etc. Third is they need to have confirmed admission in one of the recognized colleges either in India or abroad. And fourth is if they or the co-applicants have taken any other loan in past or credit cards, they need to be repaying their dues on time.
Most banks offer loans up to 10 lakhs for studying in India and up to 20 lakhs for studying abroad. The tenure of your loan could vary from 7 to 5 years, and loans above 4 lakhs do require security or a collateral.
As far as the collateral is concerned, up to 4 lakhs, no collateral is required. Between 4 and 7.5 lakhs, a guarantor with income sufficient to justify the loan is required, and above 7.5, appropriate collateral security is required.
Now, the most common form of collateral that is used is people provide their parents' home as collateral to the education loan. But sometimes, depending on what the bank is, they may accept other forms of collateral, for example, gold or government securities.
Collaterals such as fixed deposits, bonds, and shares from blue chip companies are also considered. If you plan to study overseas, you can include your expenses like travel books and student housing in your loan application. Shopping around always gets you the best rates. However, you should choose a bank that takes less time to process your application and offers you flexible repayment options.
So typically these are the parameters a student should consider while choosing between education loans, which is what is the interest rate of the loan, what is the processing fee of the loan, what is the loan tenor over which it can be repaid, and what is the moratorium or the period post-graduation that they are allowed before they need to start paying their monthly EMIs.
But most importantly, because students normally are running against time, they have fees to be paid on a particular date, they have to go for a visa interview if they're going abroad on a particular day, then they need to know how much time a bank would take for processing that application. Because that part forms a very, very integral part of the entire process. If they miss that deadline, then their entire year can go wasted.
With keeping enough time to process your visa and loan application, remember your documentation could also be a complex process. Most loans need co-applicants or guarantors for the loan, as you do not have potential to generate income. Though you can begin paying your loan after 6 months of getting a job or after 1 year of completing your course.
Typical guarantor is one's parent or guardian, and in addition to having a guarantor, right, and the guarantor essentially signs up on the loan saying that I guarantee this loan and my credit score is at play here, saying that I'm willing to say that if this loan is not repaid, it will affect my credit scores.
In some cases, banks may ask you to pay up simple interest, and after you have completed your course or your child has got a job, you can then start paying EMIs. The interest rate on your education loan is tax exempt under Section 80E of the Income Tax Act.
Then the interest that is actually paid, that's allowed as a deduction without any limit. So I think that really is a big benefit that people can take. You can do that if you're taking the loan for your own education. You can do that if you are taking the loan for your children's education.
Your rate of interest on an education loan varies from 12.5% to 14.5%. The processing fee varies from 1% to 1.5%. Your margin charges to education in India are up to 5% and out of India are up to 15%. Your loan tenure will depend from course to course. You should know if your bank is charging a prepayment penalty. For who may know, you have got a great job and want to get rid of your debt, it should not be a nasty surprise.